The job had always been simple. Pick up food from the diner, drop it off, collect the tip, move on. For Evan, it was easy money. Most nights, he could drive with the windows down, listen to the hum of the engine, and let his mind wander while the street lamps slid past in gold streaks. That night, the diner smelled of fried chicken and burnt coffee. His friend Caleb hung up the phone and grinned. "Delivery's yours," he said, scribbling an address on a receipt slip. Evan glanced at it. The street name didn't ring a bell, but he didn't ask questions. A delivery was a delivery. 10 minutes later, his headlights swept across the turnoff, a narrow dirt driveway half hidden between two sagging mailboxes. Grass pushed up through the gravel like green knives, whispering against the underside of his car as he eased forward. The lane wound between black, overgrown hedges, the night air heavy with the smell of wet earth. At the end stood the house. No porch light, no glow from the windows. The lawn was knee-high with weeds, and the siding looked tired, gray, and peeling. He called Caleb. "Place looks dead," he said. Caleb passed the phone to their boss, whose thick accent came through the crackle of the line. "Knock on the door, don't waste the food." With a sigh, Evan got out, the grass brushing against his shins. He mounted the 3 shallow steps, each one groaning under his weight, and rapped hard on the door. Nothing. He turned back toward the car, then froze. In the upper corner of the house, a single light flickered on. His gut tightened, but he went back, knocked again. The door moved under his fist, creaking inward. It was open, just enough to reveal the darkness beyond. He hesitated. "Hello?" The word seemed to crawl into the house, bouncing off walls hidden in shadow. From somewhere above came a voice, low and deliberate. "Aquí arriba." Evan's Spanish was shaky, but he understood enough. Here, upstairs. The hallway smelled faintly of damp wood and dust. The walls on either side seemed to close in the further he stepped. In the middle of the hall stood a staircase, its banister splintered, leading into deeper darkness. At the top, something pale emerged from the gloom, an arm, thin, colorless skin stretched tight over bone, fingers curling in a slow, stiff, "come here" motion. The skin prickled along Evan's neck. He climbed the first step. Halfway up, the arm was gone. Silence thickened in the air, so heavy it felt like it pressed on his chest. Then, from a shadowed doorway, the arm slid back into view, closer this time. The rest of the body remained hidden in blackness. "I'm not going in there," he said, voice shaking despite the firmness he tried to muster. "You come out here, or I'm leaving." The arm twitched once, then jerked violently backward. In the next instant, something unseen hit him. A sudden, brutal pull that dragged him forward off his feet. His body slammed onto the landing. If not for the muscle memory from years of gymnastics as a kid, he might not have made it. Instinct snapped into place. He rolled hard, pushing up with both legs, and bolted down the stairs before the force could take hold again. His shoes pounded against the warped floorboards, the hallway stretching ahead like a tunnel that didn't want to let him out. He burst through the open door, vaulted the steps, and threw himself into the driver's seat, slamming the lock down. He didn't look back until the car was halfway down the overgrown drive. The upstairs light was gone. The house sat in darkness again, like nothing had happened. He didn't stop until he reached the nearest lit house. The woman who answered blinked at him as he poured out the story. When he was done, she shook her head slowly. "No one's lived there for over a year," she said. That night, Evan told Caleb and their boss what had happened. They laughed it off. But a few days later, his phone rang. The caller ID was the same number from that night. He let it go to voicemail. The calls kept coming. He changed his SIM card. The calls still came. And every time the phone lit up, he could see that pale arm in his mind, reaching from the shadows, curling its fingers toward him.